Most agents don't actually have a lead problem. They have a follow-up problem. You ever heard that before? I know I have many times in my career. So leads come in, they ask for more information, they click on a house, they fill out your little questionnaire, and then what happens? For a lot of us, we may make a call, we may send 1 or 2 text messages, and then if they don't respond quickly enough or as fast as we would like, then we automatically think, well, maybe they found another agent, maybe they moved on, and that's the problem. And then we have the nerve to turn around and say, I need more leads. I don't have leads. I've seen so many agents spend money consistently on more lead generation websites and systems and miss out completely on what they already have on their phone and their CRM simply because they don't follow up enough. And I totally get it because following up does not feel fun all the time. We don't want to be annoying. We don't want to be pushy.
Leads don't usually die in the lead stage. They die in the follow-up stage.
100%.
The agent that wins isn't always the most polished or the most experienced real estate agent. A lot of times, most of the times, 50 to 70% of the time, it's the agent that stayed present and continued to show up. My brother Pedro is going to take it from a mindset reframing perspective. My job, as always, is going to be coming from a tactical operational perspective. 2 sides of the same coin. When you bring that together, we have value. Let's talk about it. From a number standpoint, this is very real. Let me give you a few quick stats to support that statement. Around 50 to 70% of all the leads that come through are going to end up working with the first real estate agent that has a meaningful conversation with them.
Yes.
That's a fact. We know that to be true. Industry-wide, across the nation, 1 to 3% conversion. We know for a fact as well that the agents that have a strong follow-up game, that with intention and purpose, that goes from 1 to 3 all the way up to 9 to 12%. That's crazy. Difference. Just because you have the systems in the follow-up.
Right.
It usually takes anywhere from 8 to 12 touches. Most real estate agents stop after 2.
Yep.
After two, knowing that it takes 8 to 12. And this last stat that I want to share is something that always has blown my mind, and I just can't believe it sometimes. And I hear it, and I've fact-checked it a couple times. The majority of real estate agents will never follow up with a lead, even once.
Wow.
Even once.
Wow.
And I mean, there's a multitude of reasons behind that. But the fact that, God forbid, you're paying for it and you're not following up, but in your own sphere, that means that there's somebody that knows you, loves you, trusts you. Mm-hmm. That reached out, raised their hand, and you never responded. You didn't follow up. It blows my mind. And the reason why I share these stats with you is to make it relevant for everything else that we're going to share with you today.
That is so powerful, brother, because I have seen it many, many times. I had this one agent that I was coaching in the past, and he confessed to me. He got a great lead. It was a family member, which it can't get any more closer than that because they already love you and trust you. He showed him a couple houses, right? Mm-hmm. Took him out. Did some showings for them. Then they told him that they were going to keep looking for a little bit longer, that maybe, they needed to think about it. He, in his mind, what he understood from that comment was they're not serious, right? Instead of saying, what is the hesitation? Maybe there's something that I'm not asking that I could provide assistance with.
100%. Instead
of diving in and peeling back the onion, he just completely decided that they are not serious enough. Maybe they don't really want to buy. Mm-hmm. What happened is he told me that 2 months went by, and even though that was a family member, he went online and saw a picture when they had just closed on a property with another agent.
Oh, dagger to the heart right there.
Mm-hmm. So that happens to a lot of agents. And, that really stings. Not because they picked a better agent, but because they picked an agent that actually stuck around. An agent that provided a solution for them.
That showed up and showed out for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not because the other agent was better. No, the other agent could have been brand new, but he stuck around. He actually followed up. He actually stayed at top of mind. He didn't. So that hurts even more, right? Yeah. When someone is better at something, you're like, okay, you're better. Maybe I'm not there yet. But when that's not the case, they just simply went to school one more day than you did, or they showed up when you didn't want to, and they won. What does that say about you? But this agent also confessed to me that part of the reason why he didn't follow up, he was being highly emotional. He made it personal. He didn't want to feel rejected.
That's most of us.
Yes. He didn't want to feel like he was bothering them, which remember the problem there is that you're not providing value. So you think you're actually bothering rather than saying, I'm calling to help.
Right.
I'm checking in, I'm following up because I actually have something in my pocket of value that I want to put in their face.
Right.
But because you don't believe what you have is valuable, you feel like you're bothering people. Right. So once he decided to actually serve people, that's when things really started to change, because now people understood that he just wanted to be of service. He was checking in. He was following up, not just to say, hey, I'm checking in. I'm following up because I found a great deal for you. And I listened to your barriers when we spoke, your points of concern, and I have answers for those. And I actually found solutions to that, and I want to share them with you.
I love that.
And, a lot of times people overthink the follow-up. A lot of times it's just simply saying, hey, whenever you're ready. It's not about my timing, it's your timing, right? But it's about conveying that in a way that the client actually feels that.
I agree.
That is real, that it comes from a place of, I'm here to serve you, and whatever the best deal, the best timeline for you is, that works for me as well. Because I'm here to serve you. I'm not here to put myself ahead of you. The client is always first, and their needs are my needs, right? So they go first. But convey that in a way that they feel it, that they know that it's coming from a genuine place.
So let's actually talk about what strong follow-up looks like in its cadence, right? So we just kind of summarized the mindset and approaching it in the right way. So there's a couple things when we're talking about the cadence of follow-up that's super important that we're always doing. Speed to the lead is the first thing. The minute that person, that contact, that connection, that lead comes across your desk, across your phone, across your screen, we are so intentional about pausing whatever else is going on with respect to those things that are going on and getting in front of, getting on the phone with, communicating with, connecting to that person that just raised their hand. Because it's the first person that connects, that has a meaningful conversation that client is going to work with.
100%.
40 to 50% of the time. The second thing is the depth of your follow-up. So we've been talking about follow-up, but we haven't talked about the depth of the follow-up. How long and how frequent are you following up with that person? Are you staying in contact? Are you staying top of mind? Are we getting 2 weeks in and we're like, oh, they didn't respond, we're just gonna let that one go by the wayside? Are we getting 2 months in? Are we getting a year in? I just had a agent on my team. She followed up for 3 years with this client that finally got into a position to purchase. And guess who he purchased with? Gabby, who stayed top of mind month after month after month over 3 years time frame.
Many people would have given up at that point. Many people. I would say probably 70% of agents would have given up.
100%. But the difference now versus 2 years ago is we have the systems and the tools to make this automated. So it's a cheat code to everything that we're doing. We'll get to that too in some other videos. But the depth of follow-up is just as important as actually reaching out to make the first connection with the speed of lead. The last piece of the puzzle is organization. And you'll hear me say it in almost every single video that we make. I come from a technical, tactical operation mindset. If we are not tracking our business, we are setting ourselves up for failure. Aside from that, how could you meaningfully come to an ROI? How do you know the value of the work that you're putting in if we're not tracking it?
You're not tracking it. You have no clue what's happening, what's working.
What's working?
How can you repeat something that you don't know if it worked?
Even worse than we not knowing what's working, we are spending money, and what's more important than money is time on systems and tools and processes that do not create success for us. So we have to be organized. We have to track that business. So I mentioned this in another video, but I think it's worth mentioning now. 10-5-2 cadence, 10-5-2 cadence. If you don't know what that is, if you know what that is and you want materials and a handout or a breakdown of it, comment in the video, cadence. Comment in our video, cadence. We're happy to share these things with you. All of it is free.
Service is always something that as agents, we must always take pride in because that is truly what's going to set you up for success in this business. This is a relationship business, not a transaction business. Transactions happen through relationships.
100%.
And how do you build relationships? Quality. Through service. Quality service. Think of your inbox in your email. How many emails do you get a day? Maybe hundreds, right? I know I get a bunch. Now, the ones that are targeted to anyone that could apply to 1,000 people, those usually go on spam, right? For the most part, because they're not directed to me. They're not here to provide me service. They're just out there shooting, hoping that somebody bites. Now, service emails, the ones that are specifically targeted for me, the ones that address me in the email with value, with things that could benefit me, Those are service emails. And that's how you want to approach the way you treat people, the way you treat clients, the way you communicate to them. How do I be of service and not spam? And going back to the book that I really love, Atomic Habits, you got to really change the identity, right? Not so much the activity, but the identity behind it. How, not I want to be the agent that follows up, that doesn't forget, that circles back. No. I'm the agent that follows up. I'm the agent that is going to circle back. The agent that is not going to forget about clients that trust in me, that maybe drove 30 minutes to come and meet me. Why would I forget about them? Why would I not do what's expected of me as a professional and not deliver? That is not me. But you got to work on that mindset and that identity. Who are you? What type of agent are you? And also ask yourself, if you're the agent that does not follow up, look in the mirror and ask yourself, would I hire myself as an agent? And if the answer is no, then we know we need to do some work. And never make things personal, my friends. Just because you imagine that something happened or you think that maybe the client is not ready, maybe there's more to it. Maybe there's a whole nother layer behind it. Maybe something came up in their lives that's very important. We all have families. Maybe something happened with their kids or a spouse, God forbid. But if you make it personal, you think they just don't like me. They don't want to work with me. No, what if something happened? And maybe if you were to pick up the phone and say, hey, I hope everything is well. I know we were supposed to meet, but it didn't happen. I'm here to be of service whenever you're ready. And by the way, if anything ever comes up and you need any sort of help, even if it's not related to real estate, I'm here for you. A lot of times, you know what that's going to do? They're going to open up and share with you the actual reason that's making them stop or put their search on hold. But don't make it personal. Silence does not mean that you're not good enough. Their delay does not mean you're failing. People have a life, jobs, families, circumstances, things that could happen every day. It's not necessarily tied to you and your personal life. Your job, my friend, is not to force them. It's to simply remain available, be of service, stay kind, and stay consistent. That is your job. And for me, it all goes to my faith. I really want to serve people. So a lot of times I pray over people. Just because, like I said, I don't know what they have going on. I'm still going to pray because they could be going through some really hard moments. So God, please take care of my clients. Whatever they're going through that maybe I don't understand, please be there for them. Comfort them. Give them that peace they're looking for. Be a solution for them, right? I want to steward what you gave me. You put this person in front of me and I want to maximize it and take full care of them because you gave him to me. So allow me to do that.
I love that, man. I would just, like, you keep saying it over and over and again. You're coming from this place of service. We're here to help. We're here to support. We're here to empower. We're here to educate. We're here to get it done on their behalf. And when we take ourselves out of the equation, it truly allows us to show up for the people that matter, which is the person in front of us. So to make this practical, you have to have a toolkit. You have to have a system in place that you use on a daily basis to track your business, to do the things that we're talking about in regards to following up in depth. Here's a simple framework for you to use to make this practical, meaningful for you for follow-up. So the first thing is time block your time. Time block everything that you have to do for work.
Yes.
Everything that you have to do for work, be intentional about it. That's where the time blocking is coming into play. Non-negotiable CRM updates.
CRM upkeep, cleanliness is the most important thing because how do you grow a tree if you don't know what to prune? Maybe you have a lot of branches that are dead. Maybe you have some that if you prune it, maybe it'll be more fruitful. But how do you know what's in there if you don't put your eyes on it consistently and know what to take out, who to add in, and most importantly, how many more people could I add to my CRM on a consistent basis?
To increase that pipeline. So you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So we have a simple daily follow-up targets that we want to talk about real quick, easy and peasy. So that's our 5 to 10, 2 to 3, 1 to 2. 5 to 10 follow-up attempts every single day for your CRM, for your pipeline. We want to spend 2 to 3 minutes on people that are not ready right now, but will be in the future. Whether that's updating their search, whether that's checking in with them, whether that's adding additional value, whether that's getting away from being a real estate agent for a moment with them for 2 to 3 minutes and just be a person and checking in with them. We want to make sure that you're touching 1 to 2 people, clients, not leads, clients every single day. You're active buyers and sellers. Are you having constant communication every single day with the people that are trusting you with one of the biggest purchases or sales of their lives, right? These are the 3 things that you should be doing every single day. So use templates for the speed of it, right? If you have a CRM, and we all do, and that CRM has templates, and they all do, and you're not using your templates to automate your process, you're wasting the most precious commodity that we have, which is time. We're wasting time when we don't use the templates, we don't use the tools. If you don't know how to use your tools, if you don't know how to leverage your CRM, if you don't know how to incorporate AI into your business, comment below templates. We are happy to take time out of the day to sit down with you to add value to your business, to be of support and mentorship and coaching for where you are, regardless of that standpoint. With that setup, follow-up stops being this emotional mountain, this monumental task that we have to do on a daily basis. It simply becomes a block on your calendar, a checklist on your CRM.
So if you're listening to this and you know that your follow-up is your weak spot, I want to give you a simple little mindset that you can start today to turn things around. So I want you to take a look at your CRM. I want you to take a look at the contacts on your phone, all the DMs, all the things you have. And instead of saying my leads are trash, I want you to ask, where have I disappeared? And this is not to beat yourself up. It's just simply to acknowledge the reality and be honest, because we cannot change unless we're honest. Number 2, I want you to make a small commitment. For the next 7 days, I want you to commit to 10 follow-ups every day and 1 check-in with a past client or SOI. We're not chasing perfection here, my friend. We're just chasing consistency. We want to build new habits. We cannot build them if we don't do them over and over and over again. They will not stick. And you also have ChatGPT and many other tools, so there's really no excuse, but you just got to do it. If you add a time block for this specifically every day, I promise you things will change for you. I want you to use rejection as a reminder, not as a verdict. Anytime you get ghosted or a client says, I'm not available, or we went with another agent, let it remind you. Tighten up your systems, strengthen your skills, pray over your business, and most importantly, keep going. We want our hearts to stay soft, but we want our work ethics to stay strong, super strong. You're a professional, and professionals don't vanish. Remember that.
Let's land this on the tactical side.
Let's do it.
If we want to tighten up our follow-up game, and we want to stop losing opportunities, stop losing contracts, here's a simple roadmap for you. Step 1, decide on a daily follow-up time block schedule for yourself. Step 2, clean up your CRM. Clean up the CRM and get it current. 3, run a simple cadence. What do I mean by cadence? New leads, warm leads, and past clients. Simple as that. Run a simple cadence every day. And lastly, but arguably one of the most important things to do, is to track your KPIs. Track your activity, track your business. Don't complicate it. Tracking doesn't have to be complicated. Keep it as simple as humanly possible. It's as easy as how many people did I have a conversation with? Of those people that I had a conversation with, how many did I set an appointment with? Whether that's a second follow-up, whether that's to go show homes, whether that's to send homes through a search, just track the work that you're doing. We don't have to complicate the situation. Follow-up is only as good as a follow-up that you actually do. So combining the mindset that Pedro shared with the tactical side and operational approach that we've just got done talking about, let's bring this all home.
This is another reminder. Before we go, we want you to comment below the word follow. We want to share with you what we covered. We want to share with you the tools that we use, the systems that we use, and most importantly, we want to give you some advice. We want to be of service to you. If you're that agent that needs help, if you're that agent that's finding value from our content, we want to continue to serve you. So drop a comment, follow, and we can't wait to see you in the next one. Be blessed, my friends.
God bless.